Appeals Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Anderson versus Leach. You all have been married for 3 years, you've been together for 7 years, and you've got 2 children together. Mr. Anderson, why have you brought your wife to court today?
I think she is a cheater. Every time, she goes out, Kyle never answers the phone while I'm at work. She lies all the time. It's like broken glass, you can glue it together, but it never looks the same.
All right, so if you find out she's cheating, what does that mean for your relationship?
When my feet hit Kentucky soil, I will file for divorce.
Ms. Leach, what do you hope to prove today?
I want to show him that I am faithful to him. My bags stay packed at this point. We are all the time arguing. I'm done with it. I want to prove to him that I love him.
Okay, what is the tension like in your home where you got a to-go bag ready at all times?
Oh, you can cut it with a knife. Yeah.
And it's all because Mr. Anderson believes that you're cheating?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the only issue?
No, the lies is the issue. Catching her in lies.
He thinks I lie all the time.
How did you 2 first get together?
My cousin had thrown a divorce party. I was actually getting divorced from my last wife. And met Miss Leach.
Okay, so tell me what that looked like. Did you know her before then?
Yeah, she actually had stayed with me and my ex-wife.
Okay.
Right. Was she a factor in your ex-wife's divorce from you?
No.
Okay, so that wasn't an issue.
My ex-wife had accused us, but be honest, we had never, Her and her boyfriend both had been with us.
All right, so you've been in this position before.
Yeah.
And both of these situations involved you?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so what did you like about her?
Everything. She was cool. She's fun. She was just cool to hang out with, We sat and talked. We drank 7 or 8 cases of beer, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had a lot of celebrating to do, huh?
Yeah, it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah. And she said she couldn't get pregnant.
No.
That's what gets me. Oh, yes, you did.
No.
She said she couldn't get pregnant. I done had 6 before this. She was pregnant out of the first night.
All right, so wait. You just added some icing on this particular cake. So let me make sure I got the cake right.
Okay. Yeah.
After 7 or 8 cases and some very involved conversation, you all had sex.
Yes.
She got pregnant that first time out.
First time out, yeah.
And that's when you said, I'm for sure gonna file this divorce, and got out.
Oh, had to, yes.
Yeah, and we were together ever since.
Tell me about the wedding.
Well, we were together for about 4 years before we got married, and it wasn't actually a proposal. We just kind of decided we were going to get married. We already had 2 kids, and what was interesting is he goes out by himself and spots a wedding dress in a thrift store window and actually brings it home to me. And I tried on, it fits perfectly. The only thing I do is take the sleeves off.
Yes.
So my husband picked my wedding dress out.
Oh.
See, you wouldn't let me pick your wedding dress.
No, that's a no.
I have good taste.
I understand that, but that was no. Well, let me just say this. You and your mother-in-law would have been wrestling. Because she barely let me pick my wedding dress, if you'll remember correctly.
I would have picked a good wedding dress.
Well, I didn't.
You saved me from that?
I saved you from that.
Okay.
You'll think.
It's worth it. You should have done it.
So it's been up and down. Tell me about the ups.
Rainbows. I love them. It's beautiful. But then she folds, you know what I'm saying? She's got a winning hand and she folds all the time, is the way I feel.
What is it specifically that you love about Miss Leach?
Her eyes, her smile.
I see that.
Yeah, when she's been romantic, and my kids love her too. And my other 6 kids took a liking to her a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it just all felt right, so.
Okay, what do you love about him?
His confidence. He is always the life of the party. He walks and talks and acts like there's an audience and they're all there for him, And he makes me happy.
So what was the first sign that there were problems?
Yeah.
You all seemed like you all got off to a rocket start.
Naked pictures on the phone.
No.
Whose phone was it?
Her phone.
So on her phone, there were naked pictures.
Yes.
Of what?
Of her.
No.
Were they not for you?
No.
No, I never got to see them. The only way I got to see them was I broke into the phone. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so how did you find out about these naked pictures on her phone?
Going through her phone.
And why were you going through her phone?
Because I
he's
didn't trust her.
nosy.
Because she had been lying to me.
All right, so did you confront her about that?
I did.
All right, and what did she say?
She denies it.
He couldn't show me the pictures.
I did
They
show
were
you
gone.
the pictures.
He's always trying to trip me up like that, saying that there's something on there, and I guess trying to get me to admit to something. But
not
when it comes
stupid.
down to it, he can never show me.
I
They're
did show
always
you.
gone, just magically gone.
Why would he make up a story about naked pictures on your phone?
Right.
To
If they
trip-
weren't
Destroy
there?
a great relationship. Why would I do that?
Because you always do that just to try to
Oh,
get me
no,
to
no,
admit
no.
to something all the time.
No.
What other instances have come up where he's tried to trip you up, as you put it?
Like he says, we got drunk and I admitted to sleeping with his brother.
3 times. She
Okay,
just
what
don't-
happened?
We'd got on the conversation. She asked me why I accused her of cheating all the time. And I said, because you had told me before that you and my brother had cheated together. And I said, well, I'm leaving. I want a divorce right there. And when I was getting ready to walk out, she stops me and says, no, it's just drunk talk. So I wait a couple days and act like I'm leaving. My brother lives right down the hill from us. I act like I was leaving. I didn't, and I staked out the house. I watched my brother go up, go behind my house. And I go through the front door, and you know, I could hear him go out the back. And she comes from the bedroom to the living room on the couch.
All right, but did you ever tell your brother, look, I asked her and she admitted it?
Yes, I have. He said she was crazier than her.
I never admitted it.
She-
Why would I admit to something that I did not do?
Right.
but you're
I
saying
don't-
she admitted to it drunk.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
remember that.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
I know.
Something's not right.
I can't make the leap, man. I have one brother-in-law, and I cannot imagine if he came to the door that you would make the leap that I was sleeping with him. Are there any other reasons that you believe your wife is cheating?
It's the change in the last couple of years, you know, the lies and her dressing up while I'm at work and this, that, and other. And like when I'm off work, she don't dress up, you know what I'm saying?
Lord. Okay.
No attention toward us, with me
All
and
right,
the kids.
would you step over to the exhibit
Yes.
and show us what you brought?
Yes. Okay. This is what I'm used to. You know what I mean? This is what I'm married right here. This is
Really?
all I see, you know, hose in the panties, wire hanging out the bra, what the hell ever, you know what I'm saying? This is her now, you know what I mean? While I'm at work, this is how she comes home.
How do you know that?
No.
Yeah,
no.
how do you
Comes home, I've come home and her be late and come home and have to get the kids off
No.
the bus, have to leave work and get the kids off the bus, and her
What?
come home
No,
like
no,
this.
no.
And when she comes
Listen.
home, she's wearing that.
Yeah, and makeup
Really?
and smelling good and be late and lie to me
No,
where
no, no.
she is at most of the time,
Listen,
too.
I bought those.
Don't answer the phone.
Because
All right, mister.
I wore
you.
this for a while because I didn't have the money to buy anything else, you know? So I got a
17
few
pair,
extra
come on
dollars.
now.
Yeah, I go upgrade my wardrobe. I done it for him.
All right, so here's my question. How do you know she's wearing this or that she even has it if she never wears it for you?
Under her Gmail account, her naked pictures, guys sending them pictures of themselves to her.
Miss Leach, I gotta ask the hard question. Are you receiving nude pictures of men on your
Yeah, but
Gmail?
I don't sign up for that. You know, I do not
come on.
make myself an account for a dating site. He does it and then gets
Why
mad
would I?
at me for
Mr.
Okay,
Anderson, hold
Mr.
on.
Anderson, we let you testify uninterrupted. I need to hear from her. So I have a Gmail account. I don't get pictures of naked men. I don't get dating sites. That happens.
I don't either until he gets the phone. And then there's new emails from all these different sites. I do not sign up for that.
Are you thinking that he's signing up in your name?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Just to have something to fight with me over.
You're hoping that today's results, that she is not a cheater.
Right, yes.
But she's saying that you're doing all these things to prove that she is a cheater.
Why would I do that?
You cannot get it out of your person, out of your gut, out of your heart that she is cheating.
He has a guilty conscience.
And please explain that to me.
Well, I was gone, and my sister stayed at my house. And I come back, and he tells me all about how my sister was making him dinner and rubbing his back and telling him how much better of a
Trying to.
wife she would be than me. Okay? And then I'm going through his phone the next day, and there's my sister wearing my clothes, standing in my bedroom.
Okay, wait. You believe that your sister slept with your husband, and your husband believes you slept with his brother.
He didn't start
Wow.
accusing me of the brother until after the sister situation happened.
Oh, come on.
Mr. Anderson, did you have those pictures?
No, sir.
Have you seen those pictures?
No.
Yes,
No,
You're
you
saying-
have.
No.
You're saying those
It's
pictures
on my
don't exist.
Instagram account.
No.
Okay, so we're hearing the exact. Deja vu.
I think she's trying to use that for a defense, is what she's trying to do, to cover up her track.
No, he.
Okay,
but-
you say she had nude pictures. She says, I've never seen the pictures. They never exist. You say that he has pictures of your sister. You're saying those pictures don't exist.
And he was talking in his sleep one night, and he says, "Oh, my wife's gonna be so mad at me." And I was like, "Really? Why?" "Well, I slept with her sister."
Okay.
He said
so-
this in his sleep.
Yeah, and I kind of, just, oh well, wow, that's.
Y'all
that's
do a lot of confessing out of your minds. I do not understand. No.
Every time we fight, he
It's
tells
not
me he
true.
sleeps with my sister. Every time we fight.
Hey, we
Hey,
both
you
took
know,
lie
let me
detector
just
tests.
let me just. I'm gonna give y'all a real quick lesson on the cutlers and arguments.
Okay.
You have to fight fairly.
Right.
You can't just say things that are gonna cut the other person to the bone.
Right.
I mean, fight about the issue, hammer out your differences. Sometimes you can't. You have to agree to disagree on an issue.
Right.
But you can't pull out a saber and go whoosh at every fight. And I
Right.
gotta tell you, telling each other that I slept with your brother or sister,
That's as low as it gets.
it's pretty
never said
It-
doggone
that's as low
low.
as it gets. Yes.
We got a marriage on the line here.
Yes.
Now, the court has ordered both of you to submit to polygraph examinations, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort into the courtroom certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams?
Yes, Sean.
Mr. Williams, if there was ever a day we needed you, it is today. For the record, Mr. Williams, would you please state your credentials for the court?
I am a state certified polygraph examiner with over 1,100 polygraph exams to my credit. I have 30 years of law enforcement experience, and I'm the author of the book, Stay Alert, Stay Alive, Criminals Reveal Their Secrets.
All right. So, we ask that you conduct a polygraph test of Mr. Anderson and Miss Leach. We're going to first go to the results of Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
All right. First, you asked Mr. Anderson, while married to Miss Leach, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone related to Miss Leach? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that his physiological response to this question, he was being truthful.
I see tears in your eyes. What are you thinking?
I'm happy.
How are you feeling about your outcome?
Oh, I'm not worried.
You still hoping to make your marriage work?
Yes. I love him.
And you're excited to hear good results?
I would love to, yes. Please.
Let's hope so.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Williams, you asked Miss Leach, have you had sexual intercourse with your husband's brother from 2010 up until now? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Her response indicated she was being truthful.
I see a big smile.
Feeling better, yes.
You asked Miss Leach, since being married, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your husband? What was her response?
Your Honor, she said no.
What did the lie detector reveal?
The lie detector instrumentation on Miss Leach indicated on this question, she was being deceptive.
Are you serious? No.
Miss Leach, you're saying no.
I haven't had sex with anyone but him for the past 7 years.
Have you had sexual contact with anyone?
Just friends. I mean, they were women.
So you've had sexual contact with women since you've been married to Mr. Anderson?
Yeah.
All right, so my question to you, Mr. Anderson, is are you aware of the sexual activity she's talking about with other women?
2 times, but he's lying because there's too much on the phones of her talking to men and other women and stuff. I mean,
Whatever.
it don't make sense.
Based on the answers that you've gotten, what do you want to do?
I want a divorce. I want better for my kids, and you can't have better with arguments and lies.
But
You know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing. You took vows, and it said it for better or for worse.
Right.
And it doesn't get much worse than this.
It don't.
And so what you have to do is power through the worst.
Right.
And if she is saying, I want to be with you, and I have no doubt the way you looked at her, that you love her,
Right. I do.
then this is an opportunity for you all to clean the slate.
You've got some decisions to make. But as you make those decisions, please remember what we say in this courtroom. Don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.